Welcome to this 19th video in this series on HTML and CSS. In the previous video we were going over margins and how they work. In this video we're going to go over borders and probably padding if we have enough time. But the first thing that I want to show you is borders and how they work. So first thing we need to do is declare the style of border. In our case we want a solid border around it. I just want to tell you there's a few other options. You can have jagged borders and things like that, but I don't think they look visually appealing, so I'm not going to show them to you. So another thing that we can do, border width, and I'm going to declare this as 5 pixels. I'm going to come over to our browser, save that. Now you can see we've got a nice border around our sports div of 5 pixels. So that's how borders work. You declare the style of the border, and then you can also declare the width of the border that you want around your element. So I'm just going to come over here and copy and paste this. So we have a border around our gossip and our politics. And so that's how borders work. The next thing I was going to show you is padding and how that works. So it's fairly similar to margin, but there are a few differences that I need to point out to do this. I'm going to declare a padding of 50 pixels. Save this. And you might have noticed one of the big differences between padding and margin is that padding will adapt the background color of that element, whereas the margin won't. It'll just create a margin outside using what other color the external style sheet tells it to apply. In our case it would be the background color. And you can also notice the margin is set outside of the border, whereas a padding is set inside of the border. And those are really the two main differences between padding and margin. So I'm going to come across, we want a padding on all our elements over here, put those inside there, save it, come across, there you go. Now we've got padding for sports, gossip and politics down here. So just to refresh what we've been through, we showed you how to create a border. You need to declare the style and the width of the border, and I also showed you the padding and how that works. In our case we used 50 pixels to apply padding all around that element, and as I told you, it adapts the color of that element and it applies the padding inside the border, whereas with margins it's applied outside the border. I hope that's fairly straightforward, and I hope you join me for the next video. I'll see you.